in all areas. Third downs were good. Red zone was good. You saw another day of the defense coming out here. This is getting going now, and it's pretty clear that we've made a big turn. And that was a dominating day today. And those guys put on yards and stuff on everybody, and we just didn't let them today. I think a big day by Russ. Russ was on it. He's completed everything in 4 big touchdowns and all, and got him out of there in the fourth quarter, which is great. That's rare. When they think about how few times we've ever done that. But it was good that Gino got a chance to get on the field. But to go back to the defensive side, there's a lot of guys that are really playing like crazy together, and you can see it happening. This is, just throw the weeks together. A few sacks again today. Good pass defense. Really should have had 4 turnovers today. We really had the ball in our hands. But I'm just really fired up that at this time of year we're playing our best football, and it's going to make a difference if we're going to have a chance to do something special this year. It's going to be because the defense has really turned it around and put us in this kind of position. So. We know that we can score points. We know we can do that on offense, but to put this together like this is really a big deal to us. So pleased to get that done. Oh, and let me mention too that we don't give game balls around here. We just haven't done that. We do other things, but we don't do that. But today, with the record that Jamal Adams set with being the all-time ever sacker as a defensive back, it was just worthy of a game ball to commemorate it. And what a fantastic football player. He's just an incredible player, and he's not done yet. He's going to get some more numbers before the season's over. But there's a little emotional side of it too, because he against the Jets and just the team he played for. It's not a big deal, but there's something when you play for another club and all that. There's something special. I know I feel it all the time too. So I'm really proud for him and happy for him. And first thing he did was thank everybody and give credit to everybody around him, which is the humble guy that he's been since he got here. So really pleased about that. Okay, sorry. I'll stop yapping.
Michael Sean.
Hey, Pete, as you mentioned, a really complete performance. How confident are you after seeing this that your team can do this against a team that's better than the Jets?
Well, obviously they're struggling, and we should, if we, the statement that you make there is, if you respect the process that you go through and you focus and you do your work, it doesn't matter who you play. And we've talked like that all the time. And if you play a team that's struggling, you should beat them. You should beat them handily. And we were able to do that today. And that's a statement about everybody connected, everybody tuned in. I'm really pleased to get that done. Will we do it again? I don't know. We'll see. We're playing good defense though, and we're on it. And that gives us a chance.
You mentioned you don't do game balls usually. You said you do other things. What are the other things that you do?
We recognize guys in our meetings and stuff like that, and we've always done things.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Curtis Crabtree.
Yeah, Pete, talking about the defense, going back to the second half of the Rams game, you guys have made strides pretty much every week to continue to get better on top of it. To have the group where it is now, the performance you had today, just how big of a stride is that for you guys on that side of the ball?
I think it's a big deal. I really do. I mean, we'll find out. We got to ride out and see what happens here. We did without Carlos today. He needed another week to get his foot ready and all that. And he's been a big part of it. So I like that other guys could respond in his place. But I think it's really significant, but it's only as significant as the next week we go out and play again, And so we're going to DC, and we got to figure out how to do it over there. So.
And what happened with Brandon Shell? How's his ankle?
Yeah, he tweaked it a couple times, and then it was just one too many times. It was really studly of him just to go out and play. So it's gonna be a touch and go week. I don't know what's gonna happen next weekend coming up. But I was really proud of him. He really wanted to play in this game, and he's got a smile on his face today, but he's gonna be pretty sore tomorrow.
John Boyle.
Pete, I know you guys have a lot still out there that you're playing for, but today's win gives you a winning record again this year. That's 9 straight years with a winning record. Just what kind of accomplishment is that in this league where parity's kind of the norm?
Well, not worthy of a game ball, obviously, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing. There's nothing I love more than consistently being on it, and to me, that's where I take the most pride in my work, that we can show that we can come back year after year after year and do good stuff. And so that's a good marker. There's 3 big opportunities coming up. We need 2.
Bob Condotta.
Yeah, Pete, with Russell, looked like there was a lot of, quick, shorter passes maybe this week and all that. Was that a little bit of a plan or emphasis going into this one, or just like
No, we thought, with not knowing what Frank Bush was going to do, we wanted to make sure that we got the ball out of Russ's hands, and as as they unveiled the plan, and just stayed with the quick rhythm stuff, which is always good ball, and Russ is great at quick rhythm stuff, and we just took advantage of it today.
And did you like DK Metcalf's celebration after the touchdown, or?
I didn't see it, but I hope it was worthy of a penalty. 'Cause I don't know about that.
Tim Booth.
Pete, you talked about the rarity of pulling Russell early in a game. Was that strange for you to have those conversations? And was there even conversation earlier about getting Geno in there?
Yeah, I told Geno, I don't know, early in the second half, get ready. We're going to try to get you out there. So it was already in my mind, but really we don't have a format for doing it. Just haven't done it in the last 10 years. And very many times, but. We had some backup guys going in up front, and so it was time to go ahead and make the switch. Russ was great about it, and Geno was thrilled to have a chance to play, as all the guys were. Geno's a good ball player. We just haven't had, you don't get a look at him. So it's really important to get those snaps, and so I'm thrilled that we got to do that. I'm just so happy for the fellas.
Larry Stone.
Here's Larry.
Sorry about that. Russ took some uncharacteristic criticism last week for his game. Do you think he responds to that sort of thing? And what did you like most about his performance today?
Russ is a great competitor. He is a world-class competitor, and he's going to bounce back even when you might have thought he played a great game, because he's so tough on himself. So I'm not surprised by it. I'm glad that he had a really great game today. Moving forward, this is, we really are kicking into this fourth quarter thing here, and we want to play great football right now as we finish the season off, and he needs to do his part just as everybody does, and so I'm really glad that he was able to have a day like that.
Greg Bell.
Hi, Pete. What in particular, Pete, is reassuring you about the defense? Pass defense, knocking down balls, stopping the run. What is most reassuring you?
Yeah, well, it's first off, there's real consistency happening here, scheme-wise, how we're placing our guys and what we're asking them to do. Our guys are really on their game, and you can see it. I told you a few weeks ago about we took a step forward in terms of accountability and awareness, and just really embracing what we're asking them to do with the principles and all. And so that in itself gives us a chance to make the adjustments that we have to make to stay in the game, to fix things as we need to fix them, and meanwhile play really hard and aggressive and tough at the line of scrimmage, and we're not. I know we had a bad week last week with the numbers in the running game, but our rush defense is the best it's been all season, and our pass rush is the best it's been all season, and so it just fits that other things are going to happen. It's a shame we should have had 4 turnovers today in our hands, and we come up with 1. That would have been a day that we really would have been talking about. They come in bunches, and it was because of the pressure. It was because of the pass rush and the heat and the pressuring and all of that. I think Kenny's doing a fantastic job of mixing stuff, putting guys in the right positions, using the right guys. Bobby was a real factor today. Jamal, again, a factor, and he's finding a way to really mix these guys and put them in at their strengths. KJ has some really good plays today on the edge as he's been playing, and so it's all of that really. I think that adds up to and it's go back to the consistency. That's really crucial.
Looking back, Pete, was it all so new in September and October? Scheme, players, blitzing more. Was it just all so new?
Really great. We hadn't settled in with our players. We just didn't have it just didn't feel like it. And I do think it had to do with the offseason. I do think it had to do with camp, and then it had to do with new guys, and it had to do with unique new guys that bring special skills, and we had to figure them out. And then they were in and out of the lineup, and there just wasn't the continuity that we needed. As soon as we started coming back with the same guys, you could see it happening, and we could see the potential of it. And we kept talking to you about the potential of it. We just needed the time, and so look at the scores around the league again. The scores were down. There's some big games played on defense again, and there's a turn happening around the league. It took us all a long time. We're no different than some of the other teams.
Art Teal.
Pete, getting back to Russell's quicker release, was that something you can work on in practice in 1 week, or is that more of a function of play call?
It's style of play. It's the style of the plays, and you know, it's not Russell throwing the ball quicker. It's just